Ahmed.
Thank you, Chair. Good morning, Mr Mayor, and Happy New Year to you and your family. Mr Mayor, you continue to fund the Violence Reduction Unit, which is one of the actions that you took. It was the first Violence Reduction Unit in England. And you've spoken about the impact of that and other actions that you've taken, which it may be an inconvenient truth, but has led to the safest year that we've had in London in a decade, which many people in this chamber and those who wish to do London down don't want to acknowledge. Mr Mayor, could you tell us how you will be building on that success this coming year?
Well, can I thank them for our good wishes and greetings. So one of the things that I'm quite clear on is, without in any way excusing criminality, understanding why it happens, particularly serious violence. And I think we would have a public health approach to address that. I think deprivation, poverty, alienation, lack of opportunity are all factors. You go back 100 years, it's the most deprived communities in our city where there's been the greatest crime, most victims and actually most perpetrators as well. So what we've sought to do since I've become mayor is be both toughen crime with enforcement, more than doubling support for the police in terms of investment, but also toughen the complex causes of crime by funding the country's first violence reduction unit. We've provided positive opportunities for more than 500,000 young people, after-school clubs, weekend clubs, holiday schemes, mentors, youth workers in police stations, youth workers in hospitals. There is an 80% reduction in reoffending of those young people. There's a 75% reduction in harm of those young people as a direct consequence, in my view, of the VRU. The most startling statistic from the stuff we published this week wasn't the fact we've got the lowest homicide rate since records began in London on a per capita basis, but there are 44% fewer young people going to A&Es with a knife injury. There are 13,900 fewer violent people injured per year as a direct consequence of our policies. So we're going to build on that. We're currently negotiating / lobbying with the government for funding for next year, both for the police and for the VRU. And I'm hoping over the course of the next few weeks to, when the budget process is complete, report back what we've managed to do for next year.
Thank you, Mr Mayor. Thank you, Chair.
Assembly Member Rani.
Thank you, Chair. So one of your key actions as Mayor of London, despite opposition from certain groups, was to fund universal free school meals for all primary school children in London, so that now every state primary school child in London benefits from that scheme. Now, you mentioned your opening answer to the question about the milestone of reaching 100 million free school meals. Can you tell us about the educational but also the impact in terms from a health perspective that's having on young people in London?
Excuse me, there's not been regret from the past two questions. So if the same rules could apply, Lord Duval, I'd be so grateful.
The same rules will. Assembly Member Rani, had you finished?
Do you regret funding universal free school meals?
All I'm waiting, Chair, for the Edith PF soundtrack to begin in relation to this. I don't regret rejecting the advice from the Conservatives and providing universal free school meals. I remember at Hustings them saying there's no such thing as a free meal. The shame of that. And they will soon say there's no such thing as a free NHS or free police service or free defence. This is a classic example of the difference between us and others, which is, I think, the universal provision of free school meals isn't just of itself a great thing to do because you're alleviating the stress of those families who are struggling, but also we can see the benefits in terms of children attending more, behaving better and performing better as well in their classroom. Less tension between schools and parents in terms of chasing up the debt for free school meals. But also these children who perform better now will perform better as adults as well because productivity will go through the system. So I have no regrets in relation to this policy, and as long as I'm mayor, we're going to carry on doing this.